And welcome back here, everyone, to 98.3 and over to the K-Dunk YouTube channel for our final game of today. An elimination game, Valley City taking on the Carrington Cardinals. Well, for 6 2/3 innings, it looked like that it was going to be a underdog match between Carrington and Kidder County. But Kidder County, their starting pitcher, hit the max at 120. Valley City struck lightning on the bottle, getting an error, and then got a single to drive in the game-tying run, and came back to walk it off in extra innings. So now Valley City, well, they probably expected a pitcher they didn't want to have to in Brody Mueller. Mueller's got 30 pitches left today at 120. He's at 90, so he's at 120. So he still can go in this game, but is burned for the rest of the tournament outside of today. Valley City going to be starting Luke Proska, which is kind of the interesting tidbit of this. So as we begin our final pregame show of the day, brought to you by CCJ Trucking of Lemoore, provide dependable hauling services across the U.S. and Canada. Let's get to our Beset Motors of Carrington starting lineups. We'll start off here with the visitor team. It'll be Carrington. It'll be Jacob Beauchamps leading off and on the mound today. Taylon Maring will be at second base today, followed up by Max Whitman at shortstop. Tate Wolski, the hero of the upset win over New Rockford Cheyenne. In center field, Jameson Coots will be at first base, followed up by Isaiah Otis catching. James Rowell, the 7-hole hitter at third base. Radke Huey at DH and hitting eighth. Batting ninth will be Landon Clifton in left, and Weston Ehrman will be the right fielder. For Valley City, Corbin Powell catching and leading off. Jack Samuelson hitting second and at shortstop. Andrew Sikora will be in right field. Batting cleanup will be center fielder Leighton Hendrickson. James Schwer moves across the diamond from first to third base and batting in the 5-hole now. He'll swap places with Chase Coughlin, who'll be at second base. And batting sixth, Cole Bollinger DHing once again. He'll be hitting seventh. Pitching today and batting eighth will be Luke Proska and Parker Rolsma in left field. I don't know exactly what Proska's leash is going to be in this one. He is either getting yanked right at 30 pitches or they are going to let him go and essentially hope that they can win 2 games tomorrow against South Border, against a game against South Border, and win a game against Lemoore, 2 games against Lemoore without Luke and James pitching, starting at least 2 of those games. So it'll be an interesting one to look at here because they kind of figured that Valley City might have had a plan coming into it against Kidder County, but when the big inning never came and when they just couldn't find a way to put away the Wolves, I think the plans had shifted. So now it's interesting. What do you have? You feel like Corbin's capable of going out and starting you a game if you need it. For Valley City, it's kind of James Schwer, you would think, is also a starting option. Chase Coughlin as well. Bollinger, depending on how many he threw, I think 80 pitches, 81 pitches. So he will be out for 4 days. So he's out for the tournament. So Bollinger's cooked for the tournament, and Mueller is only good for today. So again, you kind of look at what you got, and what you got ain't much left for Valley City. Again, that's a downside of playing close against Kidder County, is that because you played close against them, you had to burn that extra arm that you really didn't want to. So now it'll be interesting to see how Valley City tries to put this one together. They're starting Luke Proska, and Proska has been someone that just usually has 1 inning a game that gets away from him. The best thing for Valley City would be if Luke Proska has 2 quick innings and Valley City jumps out to a big lead, and he's at 28 or so pitches, and Valley City after 2 has about an 8-0 lead, and you might be able to keep him saved for tomorrow. But again, first you got to worry about what you got going on today. So Luke Proska going out there to start out the ball game for Valley City. First pitch will be brought to you by Sendak Cooperative, and the first inning brought to you by Lemoore Drugstore, where customers come first. So kind of look at how we got to this situation, and it is, well, all due to Tate Wolski. Wolski locked in, throwing a complete game effort against New Rockford Cheyenne, picking up his first win of the season as he completely shut down the New Rockford offense. Valley City, meanwhile, looked like they were going to be going home disappointed and just caught the break of all breaks, and now they have their season alive. But now you wonder whether or not they got the pitching to go deep enough to be able to go all the way. Now they'll need a good couple innings here from Luke Proska, and they'll need the bats to get going early. So Proska will be set to face off against Jacob Beauchamps. So Beauchamps will be the starting pitcher today, so both pitchers getting familiar with each other right off the jump. That'll miss low for ball one. So again, as soon as Luke Proska throws that 30th pitch, he is going to be burned for the rest of this tournament, unless you get a rain day tomorrow, which looks unlikely. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch here for Proska will be grounded back up the middle. Slow roller. That's going to be an infield knock. Samuelson puts it in his back pocket. Well, tough way to start out there for Proska. You get a soft grounder, but that's just hit the no man's land, and to the point where James Schwer can't come in and get in, to where Jack Samuelson, probably thinking of the error that he committed, a couple errors he committed in the last game, probably just takes a bite out of that one. So leadoff single here for the Cardinals. And this will bring up Talon Merring. Proska kicks and fires. This will be fouled away down the first base line. So Proska has kind of been the de facto number 2 starter for Valley City this year. Valley City played against Carrington their first 2 games of the year. Both were run rule victories, 13-3 and 12-2. Both those games did happen at Charlie Brown. 0-1 pitch, curveball stays up, and the count will go to 1-1. So Luke Proska trying to give his team some length here, and that's an ominous sign as the pitch goes sailing behind the head of the batter, and that'll be a wild pitch, and the runner moves up to second base. Valley City was plagued by erratic pitching in the first inning. Got tagged for a couple runs because of it. And Luke trying to catch the inside corner and gets squeezed there, so it'll be 3-1. The 3 balls, 1 strike here to Merring. Wolski will be the next one due up. It's low, ball 4, and the gamble so far for Valley City not paid off. A walk and a single. Excuse me, this will be Whitman due up. Whitman, home run in his first AB of that game against New Rockford Cheyenne. Valley City, though, leaving a big gap in the left center. I'll be inside for ball 1. And you just figured you need maybe a little bit more consistency out there on the mound, but Valley City is electing to use a player that when he's on, he is almost untouchable, but the volatility has been there more than they'd like, and well, so far he's down early in the count, 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Proska tries to throw Bender inside, and that'll miss, and it's 3-0. So it's deja vu all over again for Valley City in this first inning. Now in danger of walking the bases full after giving up that leadoff single. And did it hit the bat? Or they're saying it hit helmet, so now the umpires are going to go to discuss, and they are going to say it is a hit by pitch. So that is not the start Valley City wanted. It is a infield single, a walk, and a hit by pitch, which is just a glorified walk because it was 3-0 anyway. Now Valley City finds themselves in danger of falling behind early once more, and finally we'll get a strike call. So 0-1 pitch here to the cleanup hitter, Tate Wolski. And now back pick attempt over to third, and Corbin Powell throws it into center field. Now play possibility at third base, but the left fielder playing too far back. And that is a mistake you can't have from your senior catcher. Just an unnecessary risk at that point, and Corbin just cost his team a run. And also takes away the force at any base. So it's an 0-2 count, but a run comes in to score, and that's just, it's a selfish play you can't make there. That'll be swung on and missed for strike 3. Just, it's a mistake you can't make there because it's an 0-2 count, and the chance to get a runner out at third base is not worth the risk. That one in there for a strike. Like, Luke can as easily strike out the side as he can walk the bases, but just walking them right there is just the risk benefit just isn't up there. Nice backdoor slide piece there, and the count will go to 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes, runners at second and third, 1 run across on the throwing error by Corbin Powell. And right down the middle for called strike 3. Again, Luke Proska can easily strike out the side as he does walk the side. So this will bring up Isaiah Otis, and just one mistake for Valley City comes back to bite him. Now Otis did drive a double off the wall in that win over New Rockford Cheyenne. As Corbin's got great defensive ability behind the plate in terms of arm strength, but he almost believes in his arm too much, and it does get him into trouble sometimes. He dialed it back a little bit this year, but had time for it to make an appearance. That'll be fouled away, and the count goes to 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes here for Luke Proska. All that comes across was unearned because of the throwing error by Powell. 0-2 pitch on the way. Proska looks back, kicks, fires. Well, jams him up with a nice front door slide piece, but ultimately will roll foul. So 1-0 lead for Carrington on the bank board of Carrington scoreboard. Proska kicks, fires 0-2, swung on and fouled away. So Otis not making it easy. Proska's tried to go inside twice. Look for him to maybe try to dot that outside fastball or go to the slider. Got Otis inside conscious. That'll miss high and inside, so the count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Proska looks back the man at second. Nobody holding him on. Otis out in front of that one, but might drop it into a perfect spot, but Samuelson gets back to the ball, and he'll beat it to the spot for out number 3. So 1 run comes in across the score off the Corbin Powell throwing error, and after half an inning, it is Carrington 1, Valley City coming up back here after this break here on 98.3 and on the KDEC YouTube channel.
Sometimes finding your place doesn't happen all at once. It happens in moments. VCSU offers more than just an education. It offers a path forward, to grow, to lead, to thrive, to discover who you are. Valley City State University. Find your place.
Your first car. It may have been a fixer-upper, but you treated it right. It was your own. That's how Showplace Cabinetry approaches each crafted piece. We deliver it to you with care, because it's our own. Central City Lumber can help you choose the design of your dreams. Give them a test drive. This American-made cabinetry is adaptable to your unique style and built with pride. Every single piece is back for a lifetime. Bet you wish you had that deal on your car. Stop in at Central City Lumber of Carrington, and let's build a beautiful kitchen or bath that really turns heads.
Try to work their way back here in this bottom of the first inning. Again, you like the aggressiveness there by Corbin. Try to get the runner. You never want your team to play timid, but just a little bit of mistimed aggression. Just bases loaded. You're up in the count 0-2, trying to throw out a runner at third base. Really, it's less than I would say a 30% chance. So again, kind of easy to say up here, but kind of just a play that wrong time to try to make it. Now, you have to understand is that Corbin kind of almost single-handedly won Valley City the game in that 8th inning where he throws out 2 runners on the base pass and gets the sac fly to win the game. So again, when he's playing with confidence, it's a great player. Just got to be able to dial it back a little bit sometimes. So first pitch here to Corbin Powell will be high into the backstop. Powell drove in the game-winning run off a sac fly in that win over Kidder County. Now getting his first AB in this one. And he'll smash this one to left field. Don't know if it has the distance to get out. It'll be off the wall. And he'll have at least a double. Throw comes in fast. So Corbin Powell with the stand-up double to begin things. And now this will bring up Jack Samuelson. For those that were watching that Valley City Kidder County game, it is very reminiscent of how it started in the first inning with Valley City walking the bases full, giving up a run. And then Valley City starts it off with one double, and now if Jack Samuelson were to hit another double, it would almost be the exact same start. So leadoff double for Corbin Powell, and this will bring up Jack Samuelson. Samuelson hard grounded to third. That'll go foul. Samuelson going to Iowa Central Community College, and Powell going to U Mary of Bismarck. Valley City likes to have these two hit 1-2 to give them the most opportunities to hit. No balls, one strike. Samuelson will duck out of the way of that one. Lucky that the ball doesn't hit the bat. Ducked his head out of the way, left the bat standing straight up. 1 ball, 1 strike here to the Valley City shortstop. Samuelson will chop that one foul. The count now goes to 1-2. So Beauchamps trying to duplicate what Tate Wolski did in the last game, which is just get his team to the finish line and pull out another upset. Gets a little bit of run support to start out with that 1-0 lead. Now up early on 1-2 on Samuelson. Elements low and outside. Powell was running on the pitch, and the ball gets dropped. Powell thought that ball either scooted away or just didn't get a read on it. Either way, he makes his way back to second. Throw was dropped at third base, but Powell nearly ran himself into an out, and that was also a problem for Valley City against Kidder County, where some base running blunders. And Samuelson gets blown away by a fastball, so a rarity there. So Samuelson looks like he's coming up a little, maybe gingerly too. Looks like he's maybe got a tight hamstring or something. The way he's walking. So this will bring up Andrew Sikora, one of the only lefties in this Valley City lineup. So 1 down here in the first inning. Sikora got robbed of 2 RBIs off a sliding play in the outfield. Now trying to come through here and give his team a tie ball game. He's one of the more patient hitters Valley City has, which is why if you're probably looking for the pure leadoff hitter, it would be Sikora, more willing to take the walk than perhaps Corbin is. But again, it's all about getting your best players those extra ABs. That'll miss high, and it goes to a full count at 3-0. So 3-0 count here. It'll be Leighton Hendrickson, the next man due up for Valley City, if Sikora is able to work his way on. Sikora will take a fastball off the outside corner for a called strike. So 3-1 count here to the Valley City right fielder. That'll miss high for ball 4. So Sikora draws the walk, and Valley City's got runners at second and first with 1 out. This will bring up Leighton Hendrickson. Hendrickson, right-hand hitter, will now be able to screen the catcher on a potential throw down to third base if Valley City is to try to be aggressive here and go for a double steal. Decent sized lead for Hendrickson over at first. Corbin dancing around at second. Hendrickson, big rip at that one, comes up empty. And the count will start off here at 0-1. So Hendrickson, decent game against Kidder County. Like to tie the game up here. And he'll hit this one shallow into left field. Second baseman out to get it, so that'll be out number 2. So Valley City in danger of wasting the leadoff double by Corbin Powell after a strikeout by Samuelson, a walk by Sakura, and now a shallow fly ball by Leighton Hendrickson. Schwer, big hit and against Kidder County, keep the line moving, and that come from behind wind. Now takes a rip at that one and comes up empty. So Proska, 24 pitches spent in that first inning, and Beauchamps and clicking on along at a decent pace too. That'll be inside for ball one. So Schwer switching place with Coughlin in the lineup. Coughlin, the man on deck. Next pitch here to James, and James takes a late hack at that one and will foul it away. So 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 away. And 2 men on for Valley City, with Carrington leading 1-0 on our bank forward of Carrington scoreboard. 1-2 pitch. Schwer hits this one out into left center. Center fielder moves over to make the catch for out number 3, and Valley City wastes the leadoff double by Powell, and we go to the top of the second inning with Carrington holding on to a 1-0 lead back here at the break here on 98.3 and the KDAC YouTube channel.
Looking to do business with a company that has vision? Choose James Valley Grain, a farmer-owned cooperative with a focus on growth, prosperity, and community. When you work with JVG, your profits stay local. With locations in Oaks, Verona, and Berlin, James Valley Grain is proud to be community and farmer-focused. Call 742-5200 today. That's 742-5200. Or look at our website at www.jamesvalleygrain.com. James Valley Grain, proud to be farmer-owned.
The Flair Boutique of New Rockford would like to wish the team good luck in today's game. The Flair Boutique and Coffee Shop has a new dirty soda menu. Try the Coconut Coast, Sunrise Dirty Dr. Pepper, or Strawberry Shortcake. Yum! Come see them from 7 to 5 Monday through Friday and some Saturdays. Find the Saturday schedule on Facebook. Try the new drinks and see their new spring-summer clothing collections. The Flair Boutique of New Rockford is located on Central Avenue in New Rockford. Go Rockets!
Ashley Medical Center, working for a healthier you. Built on a tradition of trust and dedication, Ashley Medical Center stands as a premier healthcare provider in the region, with a full-service clinic and a wide range of services and specialty care. AMC is here to meet all your healthcare needs. Ashley Medical Center, committed to your health today and for the future. Proud supporter of all area athletes. Call 701-288-3433. That's 288-3433.
Nebraska back out there to start another inning for Valley City, and he'll start this one off with a called strike 1. That'll be a ground ball over the third base, and that'll hook foul. So count quickly starts off here at 0-2. Well, leading off the inning will be James Rowell. It'll be 7-8-9 due up for Carrington. Cardinals in front 1-0. The run came in to score off an errant back pick attempt by Corbin Powell. That'll miss low for ball 1, so the count here at 1-2. Winner of this game plays South Border tomorrow. That'll be fouled away into the screen. Count remains at 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to the Carrington third baseman, and that'll miss outside for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Proska looks in at the target. Into the windup will kick fire. Front doors and with a slider and doesn't get the call. Rowell immediately jumped out of the box, and that was enough to sell the umpire. So Proska in danger of walking the leadoff man. And he will walk the leadoff man. A fastball that's in the dirt for ball 4. That's just the problem. Sometimes you don't know whether it's the sequence or whether it's just, trying to do too much. But Proska's a guy that could just eat off his fastball and just sometimes throws the breaking ball a little too much and almost tries to double up on it a little too much. But again, he's got stuff to just be a #1 starter for Valley City, but it's the consistency that has held him back a little bit this season. It's high and outside, and the count goes to 2-0. Well, 2 balls, no strikes. Roscoe will kick fire and does get the call, so it'll be 2-1. Probably would have liked to have that call a couple of pitches ago. He'd have an out. Now pick off over to first base and runner back in time. Shenenko, the man at first base, not going to be hitting today for Valley City. Will be manning his usual spot at first. The 2-1 pitch, bunt shown, bunt pulled back, and the strike called. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Schwer came crashing in on the bunt. This actually would be a decent bunting scenario here for Red Kahuli, but now with 2 strikes, less so. And he'll swing and miss at that one. That's a Gramlow strikeout for Luke Proska. And that's out number 1. So this will be the 9-hole hitter, Landon Clifton, coming up. Clifton in left field after manning the third base spot in the win over New Rockford Cheyenne. And he'll ground this one over to third. Schwer comes in and plays it. Cross body throw. Good job by Shenenko to stretch for it. And that's out number 2. Runner moves up 90 feet. Good job by Schwer to pick the ball up cleanly and take his time on the throw to get that second out. So top of the order, background up here for the Cardinals. This will be Jacob Beauchamp. Beauchamp led off the game with an infield single and came around to score. That pitch will miss high, and the count starts 1-0. Bases were loaded with nobody out, and Corbin Powell tried a back pick at third base, which is where Beauchamp was. Threw it away from James Schwer, which gave the Cardinals their current 1-0 lead. This one popped high into the air. Powell trying to find it near the fence, and he'll make the catch for the third out. So, nice scoreless inning here from Luke Proska as we get set to go to the bottom of the second. Valley City trails 1-0 back here after a quick break here on 98.3 and on KDAC's YouTube channel.
CHI St. Alexis.
Life is about moments, big or small, joyful or challenging. At Carrington Health Center, we believe everyone in our community deserves compassionate care close to home, so you can focus on enjoying those moments surrounded by the people you love. At our facility, we put the care in
physical therapy,
radiology,
love,
acute care, clinic.
Surety Title Company is dedicated to protecting New Rockford families with a price you can afford with professional service. Visit their office at 102 3rd Avenue Southeast or call 701-947-2446. Servicing New Rockford and the entire Eddy County region, Surety Title Company may be able to help you with all your abstracting needs in New Rockford. Professional agents are trained to research your property's title. Surety Title Company would like to wish New Rockford Cheyenne good luck.
During this planning season, contact guys at Gramlow Ltd. in Fullerton. They will be happy to give you advice to be certain that your planner will operate to the best of its ability. They can assist with meter testing and calibration and row unit and drive system inspection and maintenance. They have many products to keep things working properly in the field and to be certain that every seed gets simulated, spaced, and placed properly in the soil. Gramlow Ltd. Fullerton, 375-6330 or visit gramlowltd.com.
Chase Coughlin leading off this bottom of the second inning for Valley City. And he'll lace this one up the middle. Back spins, not going to get through. Throw is not in time, so Bullinger hustles out an infield single. Off the bat, that looked like it was going to get through clean, but that ball had backspin to it. And the shortstop for Carrington, Max Whitman, came over and nearly made a great play to nail him at first, but Coughlin able to hustle that one out. So Valley City gets the leadoff man on for the second straight inning, and now it'll be Cole Bullinger coming up. Runner off and going on the pitch. Throw is going to be late, and decent play made by Whitman to get to that ball and slap a kind of a tag on the runner. He made a really athletic play in that win over New Rockford Cheyenne to make a diving stop late in the ball game to rob the Rockets of a hit. And Bullinger goes swinging at one that he didn't need to take a rip at, and that one's going to be a pop-up brought in by the pitcher for out one. That is one of the problems for Valley City, is they are not at the beginning of the year were their usual patient selves like we saw in the Legion season. As this season has gone on, in my opinion, they've gotten a little less patient in the batter's box. or they would be a team that would work deep counts. And, well, at least early on here in this tournament, they have been kind of gung-ho swinging at everything, and Proska takes a swing of that one for strike one. You don't know whether it has something to do with putting up a 20 spot in your first game and just getting maybe a little overconfident. That'll be inside, and the count goes to 1-1. But just count like that, you don't need to be taking a rip at a pitch like that. 1-1 pitch with a man at second. That'll be in the dirt. Nice back pick there by the catcher. Able to keep that one in front of him. Otis doubled off the wall in the win against New Rockford Cheyenne. Makes a nice defensive play there. 2-1 pitch. Oh, that missed up. That looked to be right down Broadway, but I say that missed up high. There'll be a 3-1 count here to Proska. 3-1 pitch. Low and in the dirt, ball 4. So Proska draws the walk, and Valley City will, for the second time today, have 2 men on with 1 out. Now trying to do damage this time. Rolsema. And probably more of a damage threat than Proska, but gives you more of an opportunity to flip the lineup over productively in that 9-hole. That one in there for a called strike 1. So 0-1 count here to the Valley City left fielder. Proska had a couple of nice plays out in left field in that win over Kidder County. I'll let a couple balls get over his head. Proska's just been someone you kind of been waiting to wake up. Sitting in the middle of the order for the Legion team. Just slow start to this season. That'll miss low, and the count goes to 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Runners at second and first for Valley City, trailing by 1 on the bank forward of Carrington scoreboard. And he'll take one right down the chute. Oh, that's a ball. So a couple of those have just looked right in the wheelhouse to me, but they've missed high to our home plate umpire. So 3-1 on the way. And that'll be in there for a strike. I've not been at the field for, over 9.5 hours at this point, including setup, but I don't know, my eyes are going that wonky. And that one in there for a called third strike, and Rolsman never got the bat off his shoulder. And talking about a little bit about Valley City maybe not being patient enough. Well, that was over patience. It's like in Valley City, they got a lot of walks off Carrington in that 20-0 victory. Well, they haven't gotten any walks so far. Now Corbin coming up, doubled in his first plate appearance, hit a home run his second time up against Carrington in the first matchup. And takes a hack at one. That'll be into shallow right field. First baseman comes over, makes the catch, and for the second time in as many games, Corbin has runners in scoring position. Instead of waiting to work a deep count, he takes a rip at a first pitch and just pops out weakly. So that'll end the second inning for Valley City as they strand 2 more runners on base. Back here after this break as we get set to start the third inning of play here on 98.3 and over on the KDEC YouTube channel.
The staff at the Lemoore Drugstore wish good luck to the Lobos in this tournament. When someone on your home team is sick, the Lemoore Drugstore is there to help with prescription and over-the-counter medicines and expert advice. They also have your Lobo apparel on hand, gifts, cards, and don't forget the sunscreen, bug bite lotions, Band-Aids, and other summertime first aid items at the store where customers come first, the Lemoore Drugstore in the Bank North Mall. Get the look you want, the function you need, and the price you deserve at Hills Cabinetry and Window Decor. From cabinets and countertops to custom showers, window treatments, and closet systems, they have your project covered from start to finish. Their professional design services are always free, and their prices are guaranteed to be the best. Every kitchen and bath is designed with function, quality, and lasting style in mind. Visit Hills Cabinetry and Window Decor, south of Oaks, or call 742-5656 and bring your vision to life. Schlepp Insurance Agency of Ashley would like to take this time to wish all athletes the best of luck during this tournament. Schlepp Insurance offers a full line of insurance coverage: home, farm, auto, multi-peril, crop hail, and Medicare supplement. Agents Brenda and Melissa are available to assist you with any insurance questions. you may have. So call today to set up your appointment. 701-288-3320. That's Schlepp Insurance Agency, located at 208 West Main Street in Ashley.
Top of the third, set to begin here over on 98.3 Thunder and over on the KDAC YouTube channel. 1-0 lead for Carrington as they're executing the game plan they executed against New Rockford Cheyenne. Keep it close / stay in front and get to the middle stages of the game and just kind of see what happens. Ellis City, they're going to stick with Luke Proska. This is going to be hit up the middle. Samuelson has it on a hop, throw to first on the money for out number 1. So big first out here for Luke Proska, and for Valley City, just it's been this weird mix on offense of guys that haven't gotten the bat off their shoulder when you need them to, and guys that aren't taking the pitches and working a count when they need to. It's almost like this mix of trying to not do too much, and you got a mix of guys trying to do too much and guys that are not trying to do too much. Very much out of rhythm, you could say. 0-1 pitch coming up here from Proska. I'll be in there for a called strike. Proska looks like he's starting to find a rhythm out there on the mound. And Proska definitely has the stuff to be a top-line starter. It is, though, that control. 17 walks in 16 innings pitched this year coming into this. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, Corbin tries to frame that outside pitch, but that's a little too far off the plate to frame. So 2-2 count on the way here. And tries to snap a curveball right there, and talked about that earlier in the game of where just can be a guy that dominates with a fastball, but sometimes throws that breaking ball a little too often, and right there just forfeits a strike and walks a man. Just if I was catching Proska, the one thing I would do is let's establish the fastball first before we start working in the breaking stuff. It would almost be a rhythm thing. There are guys that their rhythm is mixing up their pitches, and then there are guys that are rhythm when they're working off a fastball. That'll miss outside, and the count goes to 1-0. So this will bring up Wolski, the center fielder. That'll be low in the dirt. Corbin manages to block it a little nonchalantly, and the nonchalance nearly caused the runner to take off at first base, but Whitman will head back to the bag. 2-0 advantage count here for Wolski. Jameson Coots, the next man due up. And that'll miss up in the zone. As we saw in that last inning, the top part of the zone has been non-existent for either side. Bunt being shown here, and that'll be low in the dirt. Corbin blocks it. So, Proska issued back-to-back walks here, and this will bring up Coots. So Coots standing into the box here, into the left-hand side. Corbin's got a lane to throw down to third base if necessary, and starts him off with a curveball that doesn't curve. I'll move the count here to 1-0. Carrington with 1 hit in the game. That was a leadoff infield single. I'll be swung on a miss, and the count goes to 1-1. Side of that, all their base runners have been walks, into which they've had a decent amount of them. 1-1 pitch. Eyes the back door with another breaking ball, and that stays too high, and it's 2-1. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Proska quickly comes set and fires, and he'll get a foul ball to make it 2-2. And winner of this game will move on to play the South Border Mustangs, who were shut out 6-0 by Lemoore. Both teams only had to use 1 pitcher to get through those games. Corbin tries to frame up an outside strike, but it's too low. So it'll be a full count at 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 away. Proska fires and gets a swing, and this will be into foul territory, but that'll get out of play. So it remains a full 3-2 here, as Coots has worked himself a good AB. Up next is Otis. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch here to Coots. Leaner, and that's going to get down for a hit. And they're going to try to wave the man in, throw to the plate. Would have been in plenty of time, but the runner thought better of it and turned back to third base. So the single loads the bases here. And this will bring up Isaiah Otis. Hendrickson playing a little far back to get to that one. But Hendrickson probably has one of, if not the best arm in terms of the outfielders for this Valley City team. So this will bring up Isaiah Otis. Otis trying to do his battery made a solid here and give himself a multiple run cushion to work with. And he'll lace this one to third, and that's fair, and that could clear the bases. 2 runs will score. Runner a little slow getting around second, so he'll go back, but Otis able to tack on 2 runs, and Carrington has jumped all over Proska here in this 3rd inning. So runners at second and first here, and 2 runs across. So this will be James Rowell coming up, and a courtesy runner in. Oh, sunlight blocking the number on that one. Oh, well, Luke Proska was ready to go home, and the umpire was not ready. So Rowell stepping into the box here, and now the sun's starting to peek through, and now time called, and trying to see who's calling time. Was it the batter? Was it the catcher? Looks like it might have been the batter. So Luke Proska fires a slider, and I just don't get the amount of breaking balls they're throwing. He's having a hard time getting the fastball over the zone, and now he's just starting in the hole trying to snap breaking balls. And that's going to move it to a 2-0 count. It's another breaking ball. I get what you're trying to do with the sequence, but at some time you just got to look at what's happening on the field and just realize that sequence ain't working. Fastball misses off the plate, and it's now 3-0. So it's 3 balls, no strikes, and 1 pitch away from the bases being loaded again, and that'll be in the dirt. Corbin blocks it, but makes no difference. So the base is full once again, and Seth Soderholm coming out for a mound visit and possibly a pitching change. This timeout is being brought to you by our friends over at Dakota Central. We'll be back here after this break here on 98.3 and on KDAC YouTube.
The fun is always on tap. The fun is always on tap. I'm heading to Headlocks. Headlocks. Headlocks.
Head on over to Headlocks of Carrington for some great deals after the Cardinals game. If you and your friends come in sporting any Cardinals gear, you'll not only receive the friendliest service around, but also special discounts. Ask for more details and visit us on Facebook for all of our happenings.
The fun is always on tap. I'm heading to Headlocks. 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 Carrington, North Dakota.
So they're going to keep Proska out there on the mound. I mean, he's already burned for the rest of the tournament at this point. So last thing Valley City wants to do is run themselves completely out of pitching. It'll be Radke Huey coming up. So Valley City find themselves in a familiar early hole. They worked out of it last time, but definitely have been playing catch up more times than not. And that'll be a foul ball, and the count goes to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Carrington's come through here with a couple of hits. One was a little lob shot into center field, and the other was a double or a single down the line. That'll be swung on and missed. So big strikeout, pickoff, throw back to third base, not in time. So if you're wondering, like, is it just a different result between good timing and bad timing on a back pick? It's not always the result. But on a situation like that where you can get 2 for 1 is a chance to make it happen there. The first one Corbin threw was off an 0-2 count with nobody out. That'll be swung on and missed, and the count will start off here at 0-1. That one, much better throw, obviously, and also much better timing to try to get a double up. More likely to catch a runner napping, which he almost did. That'll miss off the plate, and the count goes here to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Carrington in front 3-0 with the bases loaded and 2 outs. He'll be swung on and missed, and the count now to 1-2. Landon Clifton trying to come through here for the bottom of the order and to give his team an even more sizable advantage. The 1-2 pitch. Little doink shot, but it looks like it's going right over to second base. Coughlin comes in to make the catch. So Proska gives up a 2-run single, but prevents any further damage. Valley City going down to the bottom of the third, trailing by a score of 3-0 back after the break. Here on 98.3 and on the KDEC YouTube channel.
Play ball with the
At Dakota Plains Credit Union, we're more than just a credit union. We're your biggest cheerleader. Whether you're opening your first savings account, buying your dream car or home, or passing the family business to the next generation, we're here to help you thrive. Your journey is our passion, and your success is our mission. Come grow with us. Dakota Plains Credit Union, with branches in Edgeley, Ellendale, and Enderlin. Member NCUA. Looking for the perfect gift for any occasion? Say hello to the Farm Girl Floral and More in Lemoore, your one-stop shop for beautiful flower bouquets, candy bouquets, stylish clothing, homemade jellies and dips, and unique handcrafted gifts. From birthdays to just because moments, we've got something to make every day a little brighter. Stop in today on Center Avenue in East Lemoore to discover local charm, creative gifts, and a little something special for everyone. Visit Farm Girl Floral and More today to find the perfect gift for any occasion.
Here at Sendak Cooperative, we're here to provide you with all the products and services.
Back here to begin our bottom of the third inning. Valley City trailing 3-0 on the Bankford of Carrington scoreboard. Will be Jack Samuelson set to lead off. So Samuelson, Sikora, and Hendrickson due up. Rare strikeout for Jack Samuelson his last time up. And he'll rip this one to short plate on a hop. Good throw needed. A little bit of a short hop, and that'll get away. Samuelson, he's got to make sure he touched first base. First baseman was doing a decent job of blocking the bag, and Samuelson not 100% sure that he would touch the bag. And now Coates going out there maybe to talk to the, oh, no, just picking something up. It's one of his arm guards. Didn't know whether or not the coach might have been going out there to maybe say that the first baseman was impeding Samuelson to get the first, but ultimately Valley City will take the leadoff base runner. 3 straight innings, Valley City has now gotten the leadoff man on, but has not paid dividends as they've left those men stranded in the last 2 innings. First pitch here to Sikora, off the plate for ball 1. So Samuelson, decent speed, but he's more of a downhill runner than a straight line guy. That'll be in there for a strike, and the count goes to 1-1. Downhill runner is that Samuelson's going to be faster going from second to third, going from first to third than he is probably from first to second. And he's off and running, and he's got a chance to beat this, and he will. He left early, and, well, it's not great base running, but it's being a great athlete, and sometimes being a great athlete pays dividends. As Samuelson left way early before Beauchamp was ready to throw, and he beat the little toss to the bag at second, so Samuelson in with the stolen base. And now man at second, with no outs for Sikora. Beauchamp's paying a lot of attention to a runner that's not there, and just Samuelson obviously knows that the shortstop is behind him. Now the shortstop creeping behind might be thinking about coming behind to try to force a pickoff. That'll be low and outside, and the count goes to 2-1. Go out there and you Beauchamp. You just almost got to have tunnel vision. You can give up 1 run here, but the last thing you want to do is allow that crooked number. More and more you get distracted by a runner at second base, more likely you are to give up that run. So Hendrickson due up next. Sikora working a 3-1 count. The pitch outside, ball 4. So Sikora draws his second walk of the day. And this will bring up Leighton Hendrickson. Hendrickson. Shallow pop out to second base his last time up. So 2 men on, tying run up at the dish for Valley City with no outs. Hendrickson hits this one to short. Throw over to second in time. Throw to first not in time. So it's a fielder's choice. So Valley City has runners at the corners with 1 out. So this will bring up James Schwer. Schwer and Chase Coughlin switching places in the lineup here. After it was Coughlin that was hitting 5th and Schwer hitting 6th. So Hendrickson modest lead at first base, creeps away a little bit more. He's off and running on the first pitch. Throw is going to be cut off. Valley City's coming home, and it's a bobble on the cut play. Second baseman bobbled the ball, and that'll allow Valley City to get home their first run of the day. Even though it's going to be a ball to start out, I believe. So 1 ball, no strikes, and I don't know if the cut play would have had a chance to get Samuelson. He just had that one-track mindset heading home. That'll be a swinging strike 1, so the count at 1-1. That's kind of what you're doing, is that as soon as that ball goes, you can't be caught in between. You got to be full send or no go, and Samuelson went all the way. And Valley City now has themselves a opening salvo, and that'll make its way past the helmet of Schwer and past the upstanding bat of Schwer for a 2-1 count. So Coughlin, the next man due up. Hendrickson, small lead at second. That'll miss high for ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike with 1 away. Valley City with 2 hits on the day. Carrington with 3. Schwer hits this one out in the left field. That'll be a single, and now they're going to hold the man up at third base. Hendrickson's going to dive back. So Schwer gets another single for him. And this will put runners at the corner, so the tying run on base. And this will bring up Chase Coughlin. So the left side of the infield appears to be pinching in a little bit. Well, now it just appears to be now they're going to go back to regular depth. With third baseman kind of shadow holding on the runner at a third. They're pinching in a little bit. Coughlin swings at this one, and that'll get out of play off the roof of the gazebo. And that'll start things off at 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike with 1 away, and a runner is at the corners here. Coughlin, good speed, so a ball would have to be hit right at somebody for a double play. And Schwer off and running, trying to get himself into a pickle. And does not draw a throw, so Schwer will pick up the fielder's indifference. So the tying run now in scoring position here. Coughlin find a gap, might be able to get Schwer around to score from second. That'll run inside, nearly cut Coughlin, and now he's at 2-1. 2 balls and a strike here to the Valley City second baseman, Cole Bullinger, the DH, the next man due up for the Highliners. 2-1 pitch. Misses for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Valley City now showing some patience here. And he'll let that one go, ball 4. Valley City starting to draw some walks here. Now the base is loaded of Highliners. And this will be Cole Bullinger coming up. So it's Bullinger and Proska, the next 2 due up here for the Highliners. They look to try to even this game up. 1 run already crossed. That'll miss high and inside for ball 1. Three balls and a strike here. And Bullinger hits this one into the air. Runner's going to tag up at third, and they're going to send him home. Throws a good one, but not in time. Ball gets away, and Schwer is going to move himself over to third. So it'll be a sac fly with an air attached as the fielding error allows Schwer to scamper to third and allows the man to move from first to second. So sac fly for Bullinger, and this will bring up Proska with a chance to tie the game and perhaps take the lead with a well-timed ball in the gap. So 3-2 ball game here. Runners at second and third here with 2 outs. Pitch misses off the plate for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes here to Proska. That'll be even further off the play, and the count will now go to 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes with 2 away. 2 men in scoring position for Valley City. They've already left 6 men on, or 4 men on base. Now that'll be fouled away down the line, so the count goes to a 2-1. Proska, probably when he's swinging it at his best, he's usually driving the ball down the line, which is why you see the runner at third taking that deep turn. That'll be outside. The count goes to 3-1. Parker Rolsema, the next man due up for Valley City, and then it'll be the top of the order if he gets on. 3-1 pitch coming up here to Luke Proska. He takes a rip at that one and will foul it away. Count goes to 3-2. Borderline pitch there for Proska to take a rip on. Runners will not be going as there's no runner at first base. Proska hits this one to left field, chasing the left fielder back. That might get over his head, and it is to the fence and off the wall, and Proska will give his team a 4-3 lead with a 2-run, 2-out double. So Luke Proska helping himself with a bit of 2-out hitting, as doesn't really hit a lot of fly balls, more of a line drive hitter, and the left fielder Landon Clifton kept going back and back, and we've seen it a little bit today where kind of balls that look like they're maybe not routine, but certainly don't look like balls that are going to get to the warning track just keep carrying. Rolsema skies this one over to between first and second. Second baseman moves underneath of it to make the catch, but Valley City strikes for 4 runs in the inning to take their first lead of the day. So it'll be a 4-3 lead for Luke Proska if he heads back out there to the mound. We'll be back here after this break here on 98.3 Thunder and over on the KDAC YouTube channel.
Here at Sendak Cooperative, we're here to provide you with all the products and services you've come to rely on for your farm operation. Please give us a call for all your fertilizer, seed, energy, and fuel needs for this year's growing season, and let us help you with all your grain marketing decisions. You can contact us today at any of our locations in Central North Dakota or visit us on the web at sendakcooperative.com. Sendak Cooperative, helping farm owners grow and succeed today and into the future.
There's no community like a Cenex community. That's why every Cenex store is proud to serve theirs by supporting local athletic teams, promoting the arts, and making sure each store is a place its neighbors can find what they need, catch up with their friends, and stay connected. It's also why we give back, helping to make the wonderful places we call home the best they can be. The store next door, powered locally at Cenex.
Visit your local Arrowwood Prairie Co-op in Carrington, Wimbledon, Cooperstown, and Sutton.
Luke Proska set to go out there for his 4th inning of work. Gave up 2 runs the previous inning off a 2-run double or 2-run single down the line. Now trying to throw up a scoreless frame as he now finds himself in front 4-3, but thanks to his own hand after a 2-out, 2-run double off the wall. So now he'll be facing the top of the order here and his fellow pitcher in Jacob Beauchamp. So Proska into the windup will kick and fire. Fastball in there for a called strike 1. Proska working quickly here. Naps a breaking ball that missed up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next pitch by Proska will be fouled away down the third base line. And the count now to 1-2. So Proska, this is probably his ball for as long as he can let it be his ball. City going with the philosophy of you got to win today before you can win tomorrow. So they're going to use one of their top 2 starters to try to get the job done in this one. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That fastball will be fouled away as that one bounced in foul territory. Corbin got his glove to it, popped up, and just seeing whether or not the umpire was going to let it play out, but that ball definitely fielded in foul territory. 2-2 pitch. This is outside, and a lot of these ABs have kind of played out the same way where he'll find himself ahead in the count 0-2 or 1-2, and then Ill-timed breaking ball mixed in with a couple of missed fastballs. And doesn't get the call there, so walks another batter. And averaging more than 1 walk per inning this season. And it's just, you don't know quite how to fix the control issue at this point. But if he were ever to fix it, it takes him to a kind of next level player. But the walks have always, unfortunately, been there. 1 ball, no strikes here to Taylon Maring, so it's 1-2-3. Leading off the frame here for the Cardinals, and Proska has missed badly here on his first 2 pitches, and the count quickly moves here to 2-0. Got to be able to challenge the zone here. And that'll be in there for a called strike. Good fastball right there at the bottom part of the zone. So Proska dump set fire, and that'll be another swinging strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at first base with no outs. 1-run lead for Valley City. Proska kicks and deals, and not a bad looking pitch. It looked like he almost got him to offer at it, but ultimately able to keep the bat firmly placed back on the shoulder was Maring. Saw the hands rock forward a little bit, but did not get caught chasing. Oh, the full count pitch. It'll be inside ball 4, and that is a ton of full count walks, and it's kind of it with Luke Proska. He finds himself in a lot of deep counts, and he doesn't throw a lot of 3-2 strikes. They always kind of miss in the same spot. It's kind of an overthrown fastball that he goes across his body and he spikes in the dirt in the opposite box, where he kind of brushes in up and in. He eliminates half of those full count walks. He's probably in a much better shape, but just some guys are just wild, and that's just what Luke Proska's kind of been this year. He's just kind of been wild. Again, as likely to walk the bases full as he is to strike out the side. And this will be a ground ball. Samuelson is able to knock it down, so he saves a run, even though it'll be a single. So after giving up the lead in the last inning, the Cardinals get their first 3 batters on base. It'll be a single for Max Whitman. Second infield single of the day for the Cardinals, and this will bring up the center fielder, Tate Wolski. This will be a ground ball, and this one will get through clean, so the Cardinals have tied the game, and that's all they're going to do is tie. Potential out at second. It gets back in time. Cardinals nearly ran themselves into an out at second base, but they're going to play station to station here with an RBI single. So that'll tie the game up at 4 apiece, and South Soderholm coming out for another mound visit. Didn't make the pitching change the last time, and this will be his first mound visit of this inning. Timeout brought to you by Dakota Central. Back here after this break here on 98.3 and over on the KDEC YouTube channel.
When you're thinking about insurance, think of Bickett Insurance. Bickett Insurance, thinking about insurance, think of Bickett Insurance. Bickett Insurance, through our partnership with Auto Owners Insurance, can take care of your farm, home, auto, business, or life insurance needs. The agents at Bickett Insurance have over 115 years of insurance experience. We know how to design policies to protect the things important to you. Give Bickett Insurance a call today.
Better get Bickett. Bickett Insurance Agency. Better get Bickett. Bickett Insurance Agency.
So Luke Proska going to be left out there. Bases loaded, nobody out, 1 run across. Valley City and Carrington playing in an elimination game. And winner moves on to face South Border. Just sticking with his guy, but just little surprised here. Valley City keeping Proska in here. Again, he's fully capable of striking out the side, but you are putting him in a big, big spot right here. No balls and a strike. Proska just at 90 pitches right now. That'll be a ground ball at the middle. Snares it. Throw to first in time, or throw to home in time. Throw to first in time, and he gets the 1-2-3 double play. 2 runners might still be in scoring position, but he catches the absolute dream scenario as he catches the rarity of all rarities. He makes the pick on a not easy play. That ball was by him, but he makes the pick, gets the throw home, and now is one pitch away from getting out of this, but it's going to be Isaiah Otis, a very dangerous hitter for the Cardinals. First pitch in there on the outside corner for a called strike. Proxka has pulled Houdini acts like this before, but this would certainly be. And that'll be a foul ball as Otis got running on the hand, and they're going to say that hit the knob. So very fortunate 0-2 count here for Proska. So Proska one pitch away from working his way out of bases loaded, no outs, and giving up only that one run. The 0-2 pitch slider stays up high, and it'll be 1-2. That's a situation right there where the batter knows the breaking ball is coming, and he knows it hasn't been there all day. It's where you'd like to try to get him with a fastball. Doesn't get the inside call there, and just I feel like you just take him out of rhythm with that breaking ball. Because now if this is a fastball, I feel like it's going to be low and outside. Gets the breaking ball again. Corbin blocks it, able to tag him out. So he triples up on the slider and eventually gets the swing on the third time. So Luke Proska with a 1-2-3 double play, able to escape out of bases loaded, no outs, only giving up one run. So Valley City, well, they pull a minor miracle act right there to keep this game tied. But at the end of 3.5 innings of baseball, it is a 4-4 ball game. Back here at the break on 98.3 and the KDAC YouTube channel.
Looking for the perfect place for your next party or company gathering? Check out New Rockford Eagles Club. With plenty of space, great food and drinks, and a welcoming atmosphere, the Eagles Club is the ideal spot for birthdays, anniversaries, holiday parties, reunions, and business events. Let their friendly team help make your next gathering easy, fun, and memorable. Call today to reserve your date at the New Rockford Eagles Club, where great times come together.
Graduation's next week. The house looks like a tornado hit.
Relax. Call ServiceMaster. They'll have your place sparkling in no time.
Graduation's right around the corner. You really think they can handle this mess before the big day?
Absolutely. ServiceMaster Pros will make sure your home's guest ready in no time.
Stop stressing. Call ServiceMaster today and book your pre-graduation clean. 845-4959. The clean you expect, the service you deserve.
4-4 ball game as we go to our bottom of the fourth inning. Carrington has scored 1 run in the first, 2 in the third, and 1 in the top of the fourth. Valley City, all 4 of their runs came in the previous inning, which gives them a bit of confidence that they might be able to get to Beauchamp some more. But, I mean, if Valley City does end up winning this game, the magic act Luke Proska pulled in that top of the fourth, getting bases loaded, no outs, and only giving up 1 run. I mean, that is as big time as you can get. And now this is where Corbin Powell needs to kind of start getting those big hits. Got the big sac fly to win the game in the 8th, but left a lot of runners on base in that game too. And had an opportunity with 2 outs and earlier on in this game, took a rip at a first pitch and fouled it away, and just seems like someone that's pressing a little bit. Going to move the count here to 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch here to Corbin. He'll hit this one, and that'll be a flare single into left field. That's a swing that just kind of want Corbin to bottle up and be okay with. Now, Corbin's a player that plays with a lot of intensity and puts a lot of weight on his shoulders and wants to be the one that drives in the runs, wants to be the one that gets the big swing. But sometimes has to be comfortable with just taking a single here and there. It's kind of an adjustment I think Samuelson has made this year. Last year, there's a lot more swing and miss to his game, a lot more of kind of 3 true outcomes, you could say, getting the strikeout, the kind of extra base hits, or the walk, as we'll take that one to start out 1-0. One thing I noticed is that he's been kind of far more patient this year and far more willing to take what the other team's giving him. So, Valley City going to get their first base coach out over into the box. So, a little bit of a delay here. Creeping lead at first base for Powell, and he's off and running. Pitch in the dirt by Beauchamp. Throw is not going to be in time. Powell in there with the feet first dive. So 2 balls, no strikes. Go ahead, run in scoring position now for Samuelson. Samuelson definitely capable of leaving the yard here, and he takes a big rip trying to do just that, but we'll top that one out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. Samuelson fouls that one away, and now even up 2-2. Excuse me, 1-2. Must have miscounted there. So 1-2 pitch upcoming here to Samuelson. Takes that one inside, and now it will be 2-2. Well, I got a little bit of a delayed strike call, so maybe I put my head down thinking I got the call right and missed it there, but now we are back to 2-2. 2-2 pitch. Samuelson takes it inside. Close one, but doesn't get rung up. Sikora, the man on deck, he has walked in both his plate appearances today. So full count pitch here to the big Valley City shortstop, trying to drive in that go-ahead run. Pitch low and in the dirt. Catcher does a good job to block. But it will put Samuelson over at first base, and this will set the table for Andrew Sikora. Sikora been someone that's worked his way up through the Valley City lineup, was hitting at the bottom a couple years ago, then worked his way kind of into that 5-6 role. Now up hitting in the 3rd spot, and, well, it's kind of been adding a little bit more line drive to his game. Previous couple years, he was more of a singles hitter. Can occasionally find a barrel, though. He does have good history at this park. Valley City played the Fargo Jets last year it was the Haymakers last year in the Legion tournament, state Legion tournament, and he hit a monumental home run, ground ball down the first base line, and he'll be picked up. So he does a job as he'll move. No, are they going to say foul ball? Yes, they will. So it is a foul ball, and it looked like that ball was picked up right on the line. So instead of it being a ground ball out, it is going to instead be 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Sikora will chop that one, and that does go foul. They're going to say that one went off Sikora. No balls, 2 strikes with nobody down. Oh, if Sikora can find a way to just try to fire this one into the gap, might be able to give Valley City a 2-run lead. Layton Hendrickson, the next man due up for the Highliners. The pitch. Oh, good job with the backdoor slider. So gets the strike 3 there. Well, sits down Andrew Sikora for the first time today, and this will bring up Layton Hendrickson. And you kind of see Sikora going back to the dugout, and he's kind of putting his head up in the sky. He knows he gave up on that slider too early and swung late trying to foul it off. And Hendrickson, he will foul that one off his shin, and he feels like that he should have had a better piece of that one. Very surprised you have not seen Valley City try to push the issue here with your 2 best base stealers on. Just trying to throw a little bit of pressure here on Carrington. Hendrickson swings at that one, and the count now at 0-2. That one was low and in the dirt. And for as aggressive as Valley City was as a base stealing team in the regular season, they've been a little bit more reserved here in this tournament. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch here to Layton. That'll miss low and outside, and the count goes to 1-2. Where next man due up for Valley City. The pitch. That'll be called strike 3, and once again, a little over tentativeness from Valley City. That's not the first time today they've been locked up looking with just, again, you don't know if they're keyholing just in one spot looking for something, or this is kind of a weird mix right now. Schwer yanks this one foul down the left field line for strike 1. It's this weird mix of some guys taking rips at too early in the count and maybe trying to do a little too much, and some guys who just are trying not to make mistakes so bad they let a good opportunity go by. Schwer out in front again, and that'll move the count to 0-2 as he fouls that away. Just as weird as it might sound, the warmer, or you should say the nicer the weather has gotten, the less prolific the Valley City offense has gotten. It feels like when they were playing in, 30-degree weather, that's when the bats were going the best for Valley City. Now Schwer, a little lob shot, but that goes right to first base, and Valley City once again leaves more runners on base. Gotten the leadoff man on in each inning, but they've only brought him across the score once, and that's why we're sitting up tied with a 4-4 game going into the top of the 5th inning. Back after this break here on 98.3 and on the KDEC YouTube channel.
We know how hard basketball players
No one can guarantee that the pitcher will put the ball in the strike zone or that the player at bat will hit a home run. But Agri Valley Insurance can help set you up with the coverages you need to be protected in the case of a disaster. Let Mark Cleaver and Holly Braun at Agri Valley Insurance help you choose the best coverage for your farm, home, auto, crop, and hail insurance needs. Give them a call at 883-5422. Good luck to all the players from everyone at Agri Valley Insurance in the Bank North Mall, Lemoore.
Bassett Motors, where our customers send their friends.
Hi, this is James at Bassett Motors. Let's test drive a new Chevrolet together. Stack up the savings with discounts and rebates combined with 0% financing for the lowest payments of the year. See us online at BassettMotors.com or call us 701-652-2955. Or better yet, stop in and see our wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles.
Where our customers send their friends.
Do you want to make sure homework time isn't spent on games and video streaming? Dakota Central can help. With Experience IQ, you set limits to ensure your kids aren't playing when they should be doing homework. With premium managed Wi-Fi from Dakota Central, you can create healthier internet habits for your children from the easy-to-use Command IQ app. Learn more about premium Wi-Fi and Experience IQ today at www.dakotacentral.com.
Set to begin our top of the 5th inning, 4-4 ball game here on our Bank Board of Carrington scoreboard. It'll be James Rao leading off. First pitch misses way outside for ball 1. Still Luke Proska out there going for Valley City, and they're kind of backs against the wall right now. They're kind of stuck with what they got. And again, the offense is just a little out of sync. You got guys some are being over patient and some are being impatient. 1 ball, 1 strike. Proska into the windup fires and throws a curveball that doesn't curve. So it'll go behind the batter, and the count goes to 2-1. Proska looking to just get off to a good start. Far too many leadoff walks. And he'll catch a nice call there on the outside corner. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. So it's 7-8-9 to up. Rao, Hui, and Clifton. Fastball in there for strike 3. So a Gramlow strikeout for Luke Proska. Gramlow Ltd. specializes in making your corn planter perform to the best of its ability. Oh, for Carrington, this is going to bring up Radke Hui. Or no, excuse me, pinch hitter coming up. So pinch hitter coming up here for the Carrington Cardinals. That is going to be number 2 for the Cardinals. So that'll be Weston Ehrman. So Weston Ehrman coming in for Radke Huey to replace him in the lineup as he was DH'd by Huey. Now finds himself even up in a count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike here to the Carrington right fielder. Going in there for a strike, and it'll be 1-2. Proska kicks, fires, and a slider that doesn't slide, and it'll be over the top of the head of the batter. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Once again, a pitch that over the head of the batter, and it'll be 3-2. Proska quickly kicks, fires, gets a call on the outside corner for another Gramlow LTD strikeout. So this will bring up Landon Clifton. So Clifton coming up here in a tied 4-4 game with 2 outs here in our top of the 5th inning. Yeah, this is a elimination game with the winner moving on to play South Porter at noon tomorrow. And that missed somewhere. Not sure where. And that will definitely miss inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Trying to flip the batting order back around, and well, he hasn't had to try too hard as he got a gift of a ball 1 call and has now not been challenged here on the next 2 pitches, and it's 3-0. So Landon Clifton staying still as a statue is 1 pitch away from flipping the order back around. Well, it'll take a called strike there, and it's 3-1. So Proska punched out the first 2 men of the inning in rapid succession. Now he's working rapidly on the mound. Ground ball over to second base. Coughlin comes in, throws over to first, and it is a rare 1-2-3 inning for Valley City and a much-needed 1-2-3 frame for Luke Proska. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Score still tied up at 4 apiece. Back at the break here on 98.3 and over on the KDEC YouTube channel.
You know you should quit, even if you've tried many times.
Did you know that over 70% of high school students report not drinking alcohol in the last 30 days? Youth not drinking is the norm. You want your child to make informed decisions about alcohol and other drugs with reliable information about the dangers of use. Parents are the #1 influence for youth. Communicate regularly, show concern, set clear rules, be open and trusting. Parents do make a difference. Stay safe and best of luck to all the teams from your Lemoore County Public Health Department.
Is it time for you to switch banks? Hi, I'm Tiffany Paulson at Bank Forward in Carrington. At Bank Forward, we have everything you get from a big bank, but we're small enough to give you exceptional service. Make the switch and let us show you the Bank Forward difference. Call 652-2852 or visit bankforward.com today. Putting the customer first since 1927. It's simply the forward way. Bank Forward, member FDIC.
Nothing has embodied the American spirit like the family farmer. Year after year, they continue to work the land and plant their crops. Through droughts, floods, and uncertain markets, they keep that spirit alive with another crop harvested for the next generation. And for that, we tip our hats to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
In Carrington, see Randy Huey.
So we get ready to start here, our bottom of the 5th inning, and now Seth Soderholm going out and talking with the home plate umpire for a little bit. So this will bring up Chase Coughlin. So it's Coughlin, Bullinger, and Proska due up. 6, 7, 8. Proska will take high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes here. Coughlin got the big hit to tie the game up for Valley City as they'll get out of the way of that one, and they'll go to 2-0. He though got thrown out at second base trying to stretch it, but ultimately did not come around to bite Valley City. That'll be an outside strike call, and it goes 2-1. The outside corner now opening up for both sides. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch here. They'll miss high and inside for ball 3. 3-1 pitch on the way here. Coughlin trying to get on for Bullinger. And they call that a strike. Looked low. Ball skipped away from the catcher, too, but ultimately a strike called nonetheless. Excuse me, it was Bollinger that got that hit. Knockled low was the main part of the hog that sparked that 3-run comeback in the 7th inning, but he will not get on base this time with a swinging strike 3. So this will be Cole Bollinger. Bollinger will be followed up by Proska in the order. Oh, Valley City, after throwing up a 0, trying to come back and with a response. Ground ball to third, picked up on a nice hop, throw to first, short skipper, and that'll be an error, and I'll get Bollinger on at first base. So it's a low throw, and Valley City takes advantage and gets the man on after the ball could not be picked. And this will bring up Luke Proska. Proska, biggest swing of the day for Valley City, hit that 2-out, 2-run double. That gave Valley City a 4-3 lead. It's the only lead Valley City has had in regulation today. That one will miss low, and the count goes to 1-0. Valley City has only led for half an inning in regulation today. There's going to be a ground ball over to short, throw over to second in time, throw to first, not going to be made. So the fielder's choice made and the out at second recorded, and this will bring up Parker Rolsema. So Rolsema comes up here with 2 outs. Trying to flip the order around to give Corbin a chance to drive in the go-ahead run with 2 down. Rolsema, though, also very capable of doing damage himself. And he'll hit this one to left field, but right at the left fielder, and a jumping catch is made. Bad swing, wrong angle, and Rolsema going to go back down after making some good contact there. The top of the order will be back up for Valley City in the bottom part of the 6th inning, but now they got to throw up another scoreless inning here to begin the top of the 6th. We'll be back here with that top of the 6th after this break. Keep it right here on 98.3 and on KDAC YouTube channel.
Great food value is right in your neighborhood at your Lemoore Food Store. Take a look at their weekly flyer and you'll find specials on fresh cut meats, perfectly ripe fruits and vegetables, bakery items, and more. And don't forget the ice for your graduation parties and Memorial Day weekend. They've got you covered with meat and cheese trays, buns, chips, pop, you name it, they got it. At Lemoore Foods, open Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sundays from 10 to 4.
Looking for quality you can taste and service you can trust? That's R3 Meats, your local meat processing experts. From custom beef and deer processing to sausage, jerky, and smoked meat, R3 Meats delivers clean, careful processing and delicious results every time. Hunters, farmers, and families, bring your harvest to a place that treats it right. R3 Meats, locally owned, locally trusted, and proudly serving our community. Call R3 Meats today and taste the difference.
Luke Proska probably with enough pitches to get through 2 guys if he works quickly. But Valley City definitely going to have to dip into the bullpen here. Brody Mueller was warming up between the last couple of innings. Mueller threw 90 pitches earlier in that relief appearance, but still has 30 more to burn today. That first pitch slider, but misses up in the zone, and the count will start off here at 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes. Tied up 4-4 here in the 6th inning. That'll be in there for a called strike, so the count at 1-1. So he's doubled up on the slider to begin this AB. That'll be spiked in the dirt. So Beauchamps up in the count here at 2-1. 2 balls and a strike to the Carrington leadoff man, and gets an outside strike call, and the count goes to 2-2. And that outside zone has started to expand as this game has gone on. 2-2 pitch here by Proska. Low for ball 3. And again, this is just where Proska struggled in full counts. I don't think he's thrown a strike yet. And doesn't get the call there. Tried to front door him and didn't get it. So that was pitch number 115 for Proska. So Unless he works a quick AB here, this will probably be his final batter. Just take the amount of ball fours he's thrown on full count pitches and just have them. Half of them be strike threes or just in play. Probably a lot shorter, probably a lot more pitches to work with here, but he's just has not been able to get that ball over the plate really in those money counts. I'll be spiked in the dirt, and that'll put the potential winning run over at second base. So a wild pitch moves the all-so-important go-ahead run for Carrington into scoring position here, and it puts the count at 2-0. 2 balls, no strikes. Pitch here by Proska. In there for a strike, catches the rare top of the zone. So unless he gets a out on this pitch, this will be his final hitter of the day. And doesn't have to worry about that as he spikes it in the dirt, and that'll be 3-1. Just, if you can just ever get consistent, that is going to be the separator for him going forward. A lot of potential, just gotta be more consistent, and this could be a game changer. That's hit high and deep to left. Rolsema not able to get to it, and the runner read it perfectly, and he'll be in to score. And Luke Proska will exit with a double to give Carrington a 5-4 lead. So that'll be it for Luke Proska. Valley City now trailing by 1. Carrington now in the driver's seat with the middle of the order coming up and a runner at second base and no outs. Back here after the break. This timeout being brought to you by our friends over at Dakota Central. Keep it right here on 98.3 Thunder and over on the KDEC YouTube channel.
Hey, did you hear that? If you missed a play, you're sure to find the story in your local paper. Pick up a copy of the Litchfield Bulletin for all your Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion stories, or the Lemoore County Chronicle for all your Lemoore, Edgeley, and Colum stories, city and county meetings, and classifieds. Get the Lemoore County Chronicle or the Litchfield Bulletin for the features you want and the local news you need. They also offer a full-service print shop. Call Lemoore Printing at 883-5393.
This is Bryn Hansen, a senior at Deadlock Burlington High School and the 2025-26 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. What do many of our nation's attorneys, politicians, and actors have in common? They probably became articulate and persuasive by honing these skills in high school speech and debate competition. Every society needs leaders. High school forensics certainly does its share to train leaders for tomorrow. High school activities and academics make great curriculum partners. This has been a public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
It's planting season, and just like baseball, it's all about a strong start. Every acre counts, every pass matters, and the team at Valley Plains Equipment is ready to help keep you in the game with the parts, service, and support you need to knock planting out of the park. Then after the final inning of the season, bring your planter in for a postseason inspection. Catch issues early, avoid errors next spring, and stay ready for opening day in the field. Valley Plains Equipment, your home team for ag support. Those bins aren't going to empty themselves. When the market moves and it's time to haul, meet Compson Trucking. We're the new guys in North Dakota, based right here in the Valley City area, and we're here to shake things up. Beans, corn, grain, wherever it needs to go, we're hauling. We'll charge you by the load or by the hour. We'll even jump in the field and help you out if you're shorthanded. Our motto, we rip off the other guy.
So runner at second base and one run across. Carrington now with a 5-4 lead. It'll be Mueller back out here for Valley City through 90 pitches in the first game against Kidder County. Now pretty much he's burned he's burned for the rest of the tournament, so might as well use the 30 pitches he's got left. They're hoping that can get you to the next inning. That'll be in there for a strike. So Luke Proska exits this game on the hook for the loss. Now the next pitch in there for a strike. So just need Mueller be able to get you into the next inning, still having a chance to come back. As high. Oh, Mueller. Fires one. That's off the plate. Ball 4, and it's a wild pitch, so that puts runners at the corners. And it's going to be the one thing that's always held Valley City back has been the consistency of the pitching. When it's on, it's on. When it's off, it looks a lot like this. A lot of free passes, a lot of wild pitches, a lot of how are we in this certain position. And, well, outside of one inning, Valley City's been handcuffed in the box. They haven't done anything. So it has been some of the pitching, it's been some of the hitting. But it is a heck of a time to go through a slump offensively. That one will miss low for ball 1. So runners at the corners here with no outs and 1 run already crossed for Carrington. They have a 5-4 lead on our Bank Forward at Carrington scoreboard. Reminder, Valley City beat Carrington in the first game yesterday, 20-0. This will be a fly ball to Sikora, plenty deep enough to score the runner, and he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. So runners at second and first now with another run across, and Sikora just took his eye off it. So that's a error for Valley City, their second of the day. And the run was already going to come across the score off that sack. It was going to be a sack fly anyway. But now you can also look at the scoreboard and say Valley City has given 2 runs away off of errors. One was a throwing error early on in the game. Bunt offered that. They're going to say he went around for it, so that'll be strike 1. This will be Jamison Coots coming up. Followed up here by Isaiah Otis. So a 6-4 lead for the Carrington Cardinals. Another bunt offered and back pick down to second base, and that's going to be potentially another throwing error, but Layton Hendrickson does a good job backing up the play. So the count goes to 0-2, and good job there by the center fielder to save an error. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 men on, 2 run across. This rate, Mueller might not make it out of this inning in terms of pitch count. But gets a big swing there, and now that is a gift from above your Valley City. So Gramlow LTD strikeout for Brody Mueller. This will bring up probably one of the more dangerous hitters today for Carrington, Isaiah Otis. Schwer guarding against another shot down the line. Mueller comes set and fires. That'll be a swing and a miss. And the count will start off here at 0-1. Oh, no balls, 1 strike with 1 out. 2 men across. And Valley City trying to give their top of the order a chance here. That'll be another swinging strike. And now Carrington getting a bit over aggressive in the box. They were patient as all could be with Luke Proska. Now that Mueller's in, you don't know whether it's the arm slot or trying to do a little too much, but they swung at a couple pitches that have been in the other batter's box. And Corbin able to frame that one up for a strike 3. So back-to-back punch-outs here for Mueller. And now this is where, if you're Valley City, this is the biggest out they have to get right here. Because if that ball's caught by Andrew Sikora, they're out of this inning. So this is the extra hitter that can come back to bite you. And it's James Rao, the third baseman. That pitch will miss way out the zone, but Corbin able to dive and get to it and keep the runners in place. So this is the extra hitter Valley City has to face because of the drop pop-up in right field. Mueller looks back the man at second. Now will kick and fire, and will miss inside, and the count goes to 2-0. I just don't know who Valley City's got left in the tank after this. 2-0 pitch here. And that's low in the dirt. Corbin blocks it again, but it's a 3-0 count, and you can see the big red take sign over the head right now of Rao. And Valley City, who should be out of this inning, is now falling down in the count to the extra hitter with 3-0. Able to come back here with a good strike on the outside corner to make it 3-1. Carrington 2 runs across here in this inning. A good pitch, and that'll make it 3-2. So now runners will be in motion. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch here by Mueller. Swung on and missed. So Mueller is able to hold off the Cardinals to the best of his ability. And now Valley City, with top of the order coming up in the bottom of the 6th, trails 6-4. We'll be back here after this break here on KDAC and on the KDAC YouTube channel and over on 98.3 Thunder.
Those bins aren't going to empty themselves. When the market moves and it's time to haul, meet Compson Trucking. We're the new guys in North Dakota, based right here in the Valley City area, and we're here to shake things up. Beans, corn, grain, wherever it needs to go, we're hauling. We'll charge you by the load or by the hour. We'll even jump in the field and help you out if you're short-handed. Our motto? We rip off the other guys and pass the savings on to you. Don't pay more for the same haul. Get the savings you deserve with Compson. Call Compson Trucking today, 840-9878. We're ready to roll when you are.
Not every load is the same, and that's why experience matters. At CCJ Trucking, based in North Dakota, they provide dependable hauling services across the U.S. and Canada. From heavy machinery and bulk liquids to grain and general freight, they move every load safely, efficiently, and on time. When you need reliable hauling without the hassle, trust the team at CCJ Trucking to get it done right. For dependable service, call Clay at 320-8927 or Phil at 605-216-6454.
So Valley City trailing 6-4 on the Bank Forward at Carrington scoreboard. Now we'll send Corbin Powell to the dish, trailing by 2. Time for a timely home run now would be it. Oh, run behind Powell for ball 1. So it's 1-2-3, Powell, Samuelson, Sikora. Next pitch here to Corbin. Corbin skies this one to left field, and left fielder playing way back, and he'll move underneath of it and make the catch. And that could very well be the last AB of Corbin Powell's Highliner tenure, unless Valley City manages to pull it out of the fire here. Jack Samuelson coming up. Just gotta give Carrington credit. Again, they played the same book almost as that Kidder used. Now, Carrington's made a few more errors than Kidder has, but they've gotten the timely outs on the mound. I'll be in there for a strike, and, got to give Carrington credit. Pitcher-wise, Wolski was dominant, and Beauchamp's outside of 1 inning has been dominant on the mound, locking up this Valley City order. And he looks like he might be able to strike out Samuelson again as he's quickly up in the count at 0-2. Just, you got to give the Cardinals credit. They have come out and just flat out look like they might take this away from Valley City. At the beginning of the day, probably had about as good news as possible. Now Samuelson hits this one to center field, and that'll drop for a hit. So Samuelson with a little 2-out hitting keeps himself alive, and that'll bring up Andrew Sikora. But just that's kind of been a little bit of the formula, is that Valley City had been a team that had kind of feasted off kind of having some big innings, and some of them aided by poor fielding of other teams. And, well, the errors have not quite been there for Valley City. And now Sikora bloops this one down the left field line, and that'll get foul. So the count will start off here at 0-1. But every time Carrington's made a bit of a throwing mistake, they've been able to get that big out. So the pitching has picked up the defense. And for Valley City, again, enough mistakes and enough freebies handed out to keep the opposition in front. Again, still got 5 outs to get before we can wrap up this season, but just have not been able to throw together that string of zeros they really needed. They haven't thrown consecutive scoreless innings yet in this game. Ball outside, the count goes to 2-1. Sikora's already walked in this game. Leighton Hendrickson, the next man due up for Valley City. Samuelson, small lead off first base. Sikora hits this one to right field. That one's dying, and it's going to be caught. Now a potential double up, but Samuelson slides back and gets there. So a diving play made, and that might be the diving catch that puts a dagger in the Valley City season. If that ball gets by the right fielder, that's to the wall, and Samuelson might be around to come in and score. And Sikora, all he can do is just curse at himself going back to the bag. So Valley City, that's be second inning in a row that their rally was robbed by a nice catch out in the outfield. Samuelson off and running, throw down to second, not in time, so he's got a stolen bag. But Rolsema, he hit a good ball last time, but hit it right to the left fielder, and Sikora looks like he was going to drop it in for a quintessential Sikora-style single. Now Leighton Hendrickson hits this one down the line, and it is a foul. Oh, no. That ball, again, I'm up here looking at it. That looked well over the bag in fair territory. And now Seth Soderholm's going out for an explanation. And that is a huge, huge potentially missed call, because that's a run to score, and Hendrickson would have been close to getting in with a double. Now he goes press in for a pitch that he didn't need to take a rip out there, and now it's 1-2, and I don't know. It looked fair, and it looked fair by plenty, but now Valley City's got to try to recover. Nice backhand pick made, and that'll keep the runner plastered over at second base. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hendrickson trying to come through here, keep the line moving. Hendrickson hits this one, and it's off the glove of the third baseman, and that saves a run. Oh, it's not a terrific catch, but it saves a run. That got through clean. Samuelson's heading home, and it's a 1-run game. Now this brings up James Schwer. You got to imagine Leighton Hendrickson stealing on the first pitch. You got to imagine Leighton's running first pitch here. You got to get him over into scoring position. Can't play for 2 hits when you haven't strung hits together all day. And now we'll have ourselves a mound visit. Timeout being brought to you by Dakota Central. Back here after this break here on 98.3 and over on the KDAC YouTube channel.
At County Line Ag, we value family, community, and a commitment to service. That's why we partner with Legend Seeds, a reliable seed and biological supplier that honors those same values. Backed by our personalized service and support, you can guarantee we have your best interest in mind. From all of us at County Line Ag, good luck to the Lemoore High School baseball players and coaches. Contact Jake Jordahl at 320-2308 for your in-season needs and to put our name and Legend Seeds products to work on your operation.
James Schwer coming up here with 2 men on at the corners. Now Valley City trying to come through here in a big way. First pitch in there for a strike. Surprised you didn't see Leighton take off on that one. Again, you got to figure you're playing for 1 hit here. Leighton will go off and run. Schwer takes a hack at that one. He's hoping he gets enough foul, but the first baseman has a beat on it and drops it. So Schwer stays alive, and well, it was Valley City against Kidder County that turned 1 misstep into 2 runs to tie the game, and now Ken Schwer turned this new lease on life into a big hit. Perhaps drive in the tying run if he can find a gap. The 0-2 pitch. Schwer hits this one down the third base line and foul by inches, and this one was foul. No controversy on that one. The Valley City has been inches away from tying this game up. Hendrickson ran on that pitch, and you got to expect he's just going to continue running. Carrington making no effort to cover the bag. That'll run him behind and hit Schwer in the helmet. So base is loaded for Valley City off the hit by pitch. So this will bring up Chase Coughlin. Chase Coughlin in a nearly similar situation as he found himself lead against Kidder County with a bunch of base runners, and last time he got called out on a check swing that, well, for my money, didn't show him going around. I'll be low in the dirt, and that'll be 1 ball, no strikes. You got to give a lot of credit here to Isaiah Otis. He has played a phenomenal defensive game for Carrington behind the plate in terms of the way he's blocked the ball. So the second baseman for Valley City trying to get that big hit they've been missing. And that'll be in there for a strike. Catches the bottom outside corner. Not the type of pitch you want to be taking a rip at on, unless you're looking for it in that spot. Best thing you can do is usually shoot it the other way. That'll be low and outside. That one's going to get away from Otis, but he knocks it down. Throw it to the plate. They got him. Where did he get under the tag? No, he did not. Oh, it didn't get away far enough from Otis, and Samuelson, for the second time in as many games, gets caught trying to get to the next base on a pass ball, and just that is a brutal way to end an inning for Valley City. Samuelson made an athletic play trying to get underneath the tag. And Valley City might as well just watch their season go up in flames. So they'll be down by at least 2 as we go to the next inning. Top of the 7th we go. Mueller, only a handful of pitches left. Back after the break here on the KDAC YouTube channel and over on 98.3.
Hi, you got some weeds that need a whacking? This is the tool for you. You buy this kit and you can have a pull saw, brush cutter, or an edger for free. Also at Lamore Hardware, we have a pair of batteries. You buy these batteries and you get a choice of one of these 8 tools for free.
Sometimes, finding your place doesn't happen all at once. It happens in moments. VCSU offers more than just an education. It offers a path forward, to grow, to lead, to thrive, to discover who you are. Valley City State University. Find your place.
Be Weston Ehrman leading off the inning here for Carrington. Cardinals will have at least a 2-run lead going into the bottom part of the 7th inning. So it'll be Ehrman, Clifton, and Beauchamps. Count quickly here at 2-0. Just this is how the season ends for Valley City. It'll be by their own hands. 3-0, and yeah, a lot of noise coming from that Carrington dugout, and deservedly so. They're the ones in control, and Valley City is the ones left in the field wondering how is a team that we run rolled twice beating us. That one in there for a strike, and the count goes to 3-1. The answer has been they can't get a big hit. Valley City has had to have left close to 10 guys, if not more, on base today. That'll be low for ball 4, so another leadoff walk for Valley City, and those have not helped either. James Schwer going to come in to guard against a bunt. Clifton, the 9-hole hitter. I try to be setting up the top of the order here. Carrington, not like they haven't been getting their hits. They've got 6 so far, so they've been averaging 1 per inning. Now a late time call here by the manager for the Cardinals, bringing in Clifton here, telling him what he wants to do. Mueller still out there for Valley City. As they tried to make it happen with Isaiah Proska in that first game, and he got him to the 4th, but didn't get him any farther. Ground ball back here. Could be a play at second, and they throw it away. That is just a mistake that, again, Valley City can't make, and they make it on cue. Just that's got to be a set your feet and throw, and just skies it over the head of the 6'5" Samuelson. So 2 men on with no outs. Off a walk, and now the 3rd error of the day for Valley City. Well, he swung on and missed. The count starts off here at 0-1. They just doesn't matter if it's on dirt, doesn't matter if it's on dirt. The gloves have not been a consistent part of this Valley City team, and kind of look at what holds them back at sometimes. It's the pitching is not always the most in control of the game, and the gloves sometimes leave the door cracked wide open. You do that, you have a chance to get upset. Count's going to be at 2-1. I mean, this was a Valley City team that was throwing a no-hitter against Lemoore and was losing the bulk of the game because they walked the house in an inning and allowed 5 runs. A little check swing, and they'll call it right there, and the count goes to 2-2. So this will be Mueller's final pitch of the day. Be interesting to see who Valley City uses after this. Misses outside. Well, I shouldn't say final pitch. It'll be his final batter. So full count at 3-2. Valley City in danger of loading the bases with no outs. That'll be a swung on and miss, so Mueller at least gets to exit off a high note. And now, looks like Valley City trying to see who they're going to bring in to pitch. Yeah. They're going to bring Luke back into this game, so Luke Proska come in here to try to wiggle off the hook again, so he'll re-enter this game. So we'll be back here after the pitching change is complete here on 98.3 and over on the KDEC YouTube channel.
Sometimes, finding your place doesn't happen all at once. It happens in moments. VCSU offers more than just an education. It offers a path forward, to grow, to lead, to thrive, to discover who you are. Valley City State University. Find your place.
Your first car. It may have been a fixer-upper, but you treated it right. It was your own. That's how Showplace Cabinetry approaches each crafted piece. We deliver it to you with care, because it's our own. Central City Lumber can help you choose the design of your dreams. Give them a test drive. This American-made cabinetry is adaptable to your unique style and built with pride. Every single piece is back for a lifetime. Bet you wish you had that deal on your car. Stop in at Central City Lumber of Carrington, and let's build a beautiful kitchen or bath that really turns heads.
Hudson Krewald coming in, so Luke Prowski used up his under 20 pitches max today, and the same used there for Brody Mueller. So now it's going to be on Hudson Krewald, who I believe is yet to make an appearance in this tournament, and well, they need him to slam the door here and give themselves a legitimate chance to come back. Carrington just trying to add on a couple of insurance runs here, put themselves free and clear of another potential Valley City comeback. Krewald, first pitch in there for a strike. So Valley City, one of their team strengths is gaining young pitching depth. Now they're going to need that pitching depth to come out here and give the veteran bats a chance to come back and win. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Krewald fired in there. This one drilled high to left field. Rolsema underneath of it. Runner not tagging up at second base, so Valley City will get this one in quickly. So big first out recorded there by Krewald. Well, first out for him. That'll be out number 2. Max Whitman coming up here. Chance to almost ice the game here if he delivers on one more big swing. After he had a home run in the win over New Rockford Cheyenne. That'll be outside off the plate. Count starts here at 1-0. If Whitman delivers on one more big swing here, Carrington could see themselves free and clear of the end. That'll be swung on and missed, fouled off Whitman. And that'll move the count to 1-1. Valley City, they pulled off a 3-run Houdini act in the come from behind win against Kidder County. They're facing a 2-run deficit right now. 1 ball, 1 strike. Krewald kicks and fires, slings it in there. Ground ball down the third base line, and it's foul. And now it's Carrington feeling they might have had a couple runs taken away off a ball an inch too far to the left. Valley City had a couple of runs That could have came in a score if they were able to keep one fair down the left field line. And now Krewald looking for that big final out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Krewald set at the belt. Looks home and fires. That'll be fouled into the screen. Krewald not somebody that's going to blow you away with velocity. He's looking to generate that soft contact by keeping it in on the hands of the batter, or trying to get him to roll over on the opposite side. However, where they got the second baseman playing right now, that leaves a backside single vulnerable. This will be skied into the air. Schwer moving underneath the bit in foul territory. Now comes back for it and will make the catch. So Krewald does the job out of the pen to keep the Cardinals off the board, but we now go to our 7th inning. Excuse me, our bottom of the 7th inning. This last inning brought to you by Flair Boutique and Coffee Shop.
The Flair Boutique of New Rockford would like to wish the team good luck in today's game. The Flair Boutique and Coffee Shop has a new dirty soda menu. Try the Coconut Coast, Sunrise Dirty Dr. Pepper, or Strawberry Shortcake. Yum! Come see them from 7 to 5 Monday through Friday and some Saturdays. Find the Saturday schedule on Facebook. Try the new drinks and see their new spring-summer clothing collections. The Flair Boutique of New Rockford is located on Central Avenue in New Rockford. Go Rockets!
Ashley Medical Center, working for a healthier you. Built on a tradition of trust and dedication, Ashley Medical Center stands as a premier healthcare provider in the region, with a full-service clinic and a wide range of services and specialty care. AMC is here to meet all your healthcare needs. Ashley Medical Center, committed to your health today and for the future. Proud supporter of all area athletes. Call 701-288-3433. That's 288-3433.
To the bottom of the 7th we go. Carrington trying to slam the door here. Valley City looking to pull another Houdini act. Leading off for the Highliners, going to be Chase Coughlin. So you couldn't ask for a better part of the order to face. Ground ball here to second, picked up on a 1-hop. Throw to first in time, and that's 1 pitch, 1 out. And that will bring up Cole Bollinger. 6, 7, 8. Again, Proska probably less likely to do damage than the 9-hole hitter Rolsema. And Valley City's had their opportunities. Again, they've left a lot of guys on base in this game. They've stranded pitching for Valley City's also stranded a lot of guys on base as well. But look down at why they're in the situation they're in. They've made enough mistakes fielding, and they haven't gotten the big out on the mound when they needed to get a big out on the mound. So now it's Carrington, only 2 outs away from another upset. Again, against 2 teams that run ruled them earlier on in the season. 1 ball, 1 strike. This will be a ground ball over to short. Throw to first is a good one, and now Valley City down to their last out. So Carrington, a unlikely run has continued here. Now the Luke Proska re-entering to hit. So Proska trying to keep this alive. Just 1 more hitter. In a situation like this for Valley City, you got to have the mindset of, I'm not going to be the last one to make an out in this game. Whether by hook, by crook, by hit, by walk, by hit, by pitch, you got to get on base. And you can't swing at pitches like that are in the dirt. Spraska got caught fishing. That'll move the count to 1-1. Beauchamp looking for his first win of the season. Fires one in the dirt. Whether or not he finishes this game or not, he has pitched an absolute beauty in this one. 4 runs allowed, but he has thrown up 5 zeros. Looking to make it 0 number 6. Now the Highliners down to the last strike of the season. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beauchamp looking for the complete game. And takes a called strike 3, and that'll do it. So Valley City falls, and Carrington moves on. And for the team that was the bottom seed coming into this tournament, they have pulled 2 shockers over New Rockford, Cheyenne, and Valley City, who beat Carrington by a combined score of 25-5 in the regular season. But they shut them down when they needed to do it the most. and they beat Valley City beat them 6-4. So that'll set up a matchup with the South Border Mustangs at noon tomorrow. Again, those games will be over in Lemoore, barring any rain issues, but from what I've heard, we will not have any more rain issues to deal with over at Lemoore. So that is going to be it for our broadcast today. Thank you all for listening on 98.3 Thunder and also on the KDAC YouTube channel. We will see y'all at noon tomorrow for Carrington and the South Border.